speaker is Olivia Williams, she, her, from the English Collective of Prostitutes.
Hi, I'm Olivia. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm from the English Collective of Prostitutes. I'm a cis woman and a sex worker in the UK. We are very glad to be supporting this demo by Trans Activism UK. We are sex workers, both trans and non-trans, both working on the streets and indoors, campaigning for the decriminalisation of sex workers. We are based at Crossroads Women's Centre and have a national and international network of sister organisations based in Thailand and in the US. We campaign for money in sex workers' hands so we can leave prostitution if and when we want. Prostitution is increasing because poverty is increasing. 86% of austerity cuts targeted women. 4.3 million children live in poverty in the UK. Sex workers who are mothers are racked with worry and guilt. Those of us seeking asylum are scraping by on £36 a week. Benefit sanctions alone are recognised as the cause of massive increases in prostitution. We fight against being treated like criminals under the prostitution laws. Hundreds of women each year have their homes raided, are threatened with arrest and convicted of prostitution offences. Even though our job is legal, it is illegal for us to work together with a friend. We are forced to choose between possible arrest and keeping ourselves safe, or avoiding a criminal record and putting ourselves in danger. Prostitute cautions stay on our record until we are hundreds. Convictions for soliciting and brothel keeping block us from other jobs. The laws give police massive discretionary powers, which target those of us who are trans, those of us who are street workers and or homeless. Violence against sex workers is high. Women Against Rape, who are based in our centre, points to the fact that very few rapists get prosecuted, and it is worse if you are a sex worker. A migrant trans woman in our group commented, "In the UK, I do not report violence. The police everywhere are sexist, are racist and transphobic. It's not worth it. You do not want to be arrested or deported. You will not be believed anyway or blamed for bringing this on yourself, for being a migrant, a prostitute or being trans. Your life is not seen as having any value. The clients know this. You are an easy target for them. They know that you're working alone and cannot report things." 2 migrant women in our network have been investigated for over a year now. One woman was treated so harshly by police during a raid, she left her place of work and ended up on the street overnight. Another woman was raided 8 times in a few months, shouted at and abused, then asked if she was a victim of trafficking. She is the victim of stalking and domestic abuse, but the police were not interested. Racism, including from the police, increased for migrant sex workers after Brexit. Another trans woman in our network ended up in Yarl's Wood after she was caught in a police raid without her papers. Papers that had just been stolen in a robbery. We have been speaking about this for years but have struggled to be heard. We have been helped by the Black Lives Matter movement, which exposed what sex workers have been saying for decades. The police are not our saviours. We are very glad to be supporting this demo called by Trans Action UK because we have a common enemy. The state bears the first responsibility for the violence, discrimination and abuse we face, but we also call out those who describe themselves as feminists, who have waged a vicious witch hunt against both trans people and sex workers. They have used false claims about trafficking to push for more police powers against sex workers and to criminalise clients, ignoring how anti-trafficking laws are primarily used to justify raids and deportations and prevent women crossing international boundaries. They call themselves feminists, but they are not part of our movement. Their elitism and sexism weaken all of us. They choose to side with the state and stay silent when we are made poorer and more vulnerable to violence. They are no real feminists at all. Real feminism starts with defending all women, sex workers and trans women included, and supporting our demands of an end to discrimination, an end to violence, an end to poverty. We demand rights, resources and the decriminalisation of sex work.